Here we go, Brainerd PW B1 versus STMA in the Mankato Meltdown tournament. Brainerd's in white now. Carried in by Anderson over to Hokinson on right wing. Hokinson not able to get a shot off Anderson. Picks up the rebound. Shoots it off a shin pad. Puck trickles out to the neutral zone. Lick. Bypass. Jones down low. Puck loose out front, picked up by Lick. Over to Anderson. Fumbles a little bit, gets it out to Rife, where it's intercepted in the neutral zone. Puck loose, center ice. Hokinson. Jones picks it up just inside the blue line of the Brainerd zone. Carries it behind the net, loses it. Hokinson there. Hokinson out to the point. Shot on goal, covered by Johnson for a whistle. Tough colors here with STMA wearing blue as well. Should have been on the face-off. Along the wall, left D takes a shot on goal. Glove save by Johnson. Face off, left wing circle, Brainerd zone. Turbin. STMA dumps it down low. Henson fumbles the puck, ends up alongside of the net, covered by Johnson again for another whistle. Turbin wins it back to Henson. He turns, loses the puck over against the net again, and covered again by Johnson. Face off, left wing circle. STMA comes away with it. They get a chip towards the net that goes just wide. Jones with it down low. Jones comes away with it into the near corner. Picked up by Fearbin. STMA steals it away, turns towards the net. Puck covered again for another whistle. Rife clears it out to neutral zone. Rife and Burix battling on the near side boards of the neutral zone. They chipped it forward, but STMA sent it back in. Jones, Rife, Burix battling in the near corner, deep in the Brainerd zone. Rife comes away with it, sends it over. Hansky. It comes off his stick, and STMA dumps it back in deep again. Jones in after it. Rife there to help him. Rife with it. Passes it forward to Hansky. Hansky's got a breakaway. Shot. Wide. STMA charging in on the left side. Centering pass. Rife with a good back check there, comes away with it and heads back out of zone. Rife up through the middle, across the blue line, through the legs. Oh, shot on goal. Rebound pops out and Jones stuffs it in. Brainerd on the board first. Wyatt Jones. Fearbin on the center face-off. Loose puck. STMA pokes it forward. Anderson picks it up. Drops it back to Henson. Brainerd zone. Man on him. He sends it out to the neutral zone to Fearbin. Hokinson. Fearbin tying it up on the wall in the neutral zone. It pops out, and Hokinson charges in up the middle. Angles out to the left side. Takes a shot. It hits a stick. Loose against the far wall. Anderson checks down a player. No penalty. Loose puck out front. Backhand by Hokinson. Bad save from the STMA goalie. Puck in the near corner of the STMA zone. Up off the wall. Henson picks it up. He loses it at the circle, and it comes out to neutral zone. Fearbin there to pick it up. Fearbin sends it over to Campbell, who punches it up to Anderson. Fearbin with it now in the neutral zone. Puck's bouncing back and forth in the neutral zone. Ends up down in the Brainerd zone. Henson up to Moores on the near wall. He misses the pass and comes all the way out to the STMA defender. STMA trying to charge in. Friesen angles him off. And it's dumped in. Leave offsides on STMA. From the face-off, STMA comes away with it, heads into the zone, tied up on the far wall by Lick. Puck down low now, Jones, poke check, Reif there to help. Reif comes away with it behind the net, sends it up to Moores. Moores passes it up the middle to Friesen. Friesen got some room. Friesen with the breakaway, scores. On the center face-off, Moores dumps it to Jones. Jones steps up, sauce pass to Friesen, tips it to Reif. Reif into STMA zone, loses the puck just inside the blue line. Moores keeps it in. STMA heads back the other way. In on the left side, Jones with a poke check. Moores angles him off the puck. Centering pass comes all the way out to center ice and down into the STMA zone. STMA heads back into the Brainerd zone again. Stolen away by Reif. Reif in up the middle. He chips it down deep into the far corner. Friesen sends it back the other way. Moores off the side of the net, pops out front. Henson steps up. Henson shot, pad save by goalie. Puck against the near side wall. Henson dumps it all the way in deep behind the STMA net. Reif pressuring. Moores. And STMA skates it out into the Brainerd zone on the left side, angled off by Henson. Henson steals it away. Henson down low, over to Campbell, back to Henson in the near corner of the Brainerd zone. Henson tied up. Moores there to help. Moores looking for it. Fearbin chips it out. Kept in by STMA. Shot on goal from the point. Covered for a whistle. Fearbin chips it out into the neutral zone, loses it at the red line. STMA chips it in, but they have a man offsides. Fearbin on the face-off just outside the Brainerd zone. Lick Across the red line, Lick chasing after it. Deep in the STMA zone now. And send it up the near side wall. Jones keeps it in. It's poked off his stick. Lick comes over to rescue him. STMA skates it in offsides. Rife wins the face-off, ends up deep in the Brainerd zone. Campbell picks it up, sends it out to Anderson, tips it forward to Rife. Rife across the blue line, poked off his stick just before he crosses the blue line. And STMA sends it in deeper. Henson grabs it, spins away, tries to send it up along the wall near side, back to him. Henson looking for someone to pass to. Behind the net to Campbell, back to Henson in the near corner. Hokinson, back to Henson, back to Hokinson. Tips it forward to the left D. He feigns on it. Anderson tries to get it up to Hokinson, who would have had a breakaway, but puck was bouncing offsides on STMA again. Pearson wins the face-off. STMA grabs it, tries to head into zone, sent back out. Friesen chips it down into the STMA zone. Moore is not able to keep it in. Pearson grabs it, skates into zone. Friesen out front with the puck. Shot, glove save by the STMA goalie. Face-off in the STMA zone. They come away with it. Head out of the zone. Poke check by Lick. Gets the puck away. Friesen turns to go back the other way. Moores is open on the right side. All by himself. And no pass. Friesen tied up deep in the zone. Over to Moores on the near side. Moores skates behind the net. Loses the puck. Poked away. Morris picks it up again. Morris skates towards the net. Loose in the crease. Swept out by STMA defender. Pearson in the right wing circle. The shot hits traffic. Friesen picks up the loose puck. Shot hits traffic. Morris heads towards the net. Shot. Tipped wide. And STMA trying to head out. Brainerd keeping it in. Lick, left wing circle. Nothing on her shot. And puck comes out to center ice. Jones over to Morris, right wing. Morris uses the puck just inside the blue line. It pops back out. Jones sends it over to the far side wall, the neutral zone. Rife and Friesen and Lick battling for it. It's chipped into zone. Jones sends it out to Lick to Friesen. And that's offsides on STMA. Rife on the face-off, moves it to Henson. Henson off the wall behind Brainerd net to Campbell. Campbell off the wall up to Hansky. Hansky tied up, puck taken away. STMA steps forward and scores in the right wing circle. Rife wins the face-off, Center ice, gets it across the blue line, backhands it over to Frericks. Frericks retrieves it in the far wall, centers it, loose in the crease, and it's tipped in by Rife as he's falling down. Rife. STMA into the Brainerd zone on the right side, all the way up to the net. Shot high and wide. Comes to the near side. Shot wide. Up against the wall, the far side of the Brainerd zone. Sent down deep behind the net. Lick there. Right there to help her. Jones picks up the loose puck. He skates out of the Brainerd zone. Jones uses the puck at the red line as it's poked off his stick. Jones and Rife tying it up on the near corner of STMA, marches in. Shot off the side of the net by STMA player. And the rebound pops into the near corner. Puck out to the STMA defender. Delayed penalty on Brainerd coming up. STMA heads in. Checking penalty on Brainerd. Checking on Wyatt Jones. .43 left in the first period. Brainerd on the penalty kill. Anderson skates it out of the Brainerd zone, tips it up to Hokinson. It just goes past his reach. Puck down deep in the STMA zone. They're looking to clear it out and make some profit on this power play. Brainerd tying them up. Another penalty coming up on Brainerd. They're tripping now. The player was tripped entering the Brainerd zone. Oh, we're calling it checking again. It's going to be 5-on-3 for the Brainerd penalty kill. The penalty's on Anderson for checking. Lick, Fearbin, Henson. Out to the D, shot, tipped wide by Johnson. Out to their right D, over to their left D. Shot on goal, scooped up by Johnson for a whistle. Fearbin on the face-off, right wing circle. Lick, chips it up towards the blue line. Fearbin carries it out. Fearbin dumps it down deep and chases after it. Henson and Lick back. STMA across the red line and on the left side, and they choose to dump it in. Lick picks up the loose puck, spins away from two defenders. Up to Fearbin, bounces it off the wall. Lick carries it out of the Brainerd zone. Lick got some room now with all the extra players out there. Fearbin from the right wing circle is caught by STMA goalie for a whistle. 1:18 left in the period, 4 seconds left in the first penalty. Moore is on the face-off. Campbell fumbles up the blue line, they're able to keep it in. Jones out of the box. Friesen comes in for him. Dumped in deep by Campbell. Friesen after it in deep. STMA clears it out. The neutral zone. Campbell to Lick. Lick to Friesen. Friesen misses the pass, and STMA heads back into the Brainerd zone. They're off sides. STMA against the wall near side, taken away by Jones. Jones pops it out to Friesen. Friesen got a little room, got a player chasing him down, and it's stolen away from him before he can get a shot off. STMA with some speed coming back the other way, tied up on the wall. Poke check by Reif, pokes it out to neutral zone, and STMA has to reset. They send it in on the right side. Poke back out by Lick. Drop pass from Friesen to Lick. Lick skates it in. Lick, shot on goal. Rebound was a little loose there and popped into the near corner. Moores sends it behind the net, and that's the end of the first period. Brainerd 3-1 so far. Center face off. Kicks it back to Henson. Henson has to turn away from the forecheck pressure down deep into the Brainerd zone. Sends it behind the net to Campbell. Campbell sends it all the way out to the neutral zone. Fearbin after it, but STMA dumps it in. Henson with a poke check on the far wall. STMA sends it through the slot, comes to the near side. Slap shot goes wide. Covered by Johnson for a whistle. Puck down low, Brainerd zone. Campbell tying it up. STMA tries to center it. Intercepted by Fearbin. Slap shot hits Fearbin in the thigh, ends up behind the Brainerd net. Henson picks it up. Henson fans on it. Puck loose behind the net. Another penalty coming up. Cross check. No, interference penalty on Henson. Hoganson in the face-off. Shot on goal. Lick at the near side to Anderson. He gets tied up. Lick picks up the loose puck, sends it out to the point again. It's kept in by STMA, sent down behind the net. Jones there. Jones sends it back over to Anderson in the near corner. Anderson backhands it to Jones down low. Up to Frericks. Oh no, that's Hoganson. Lick down low off the wall to Anderson into the neutral zone. STMA with the puck. STMA shot bounces, swept wide by Johnson. As it landed on net. Jones and Hoganson in the far corner of the Brainerd zone. Send it out to the point. Jones steps up, tips a shot up wide into the net. I don't know why that wasn't a whistle. Went up into the netting. Puck comes back out to the point. Shot from left wing circle. Pad save Johnson. Ends up in the far wall. Shot from there. Goes wide. Up to the near side. Battling at the blue line. Lick and Anderson. Anderson sends it across the Brainerd zone to the far side. Hoganson. Puck ends up on goal, swept wide by Johnson. Jones sends it out to the point where it's kept in again by STMA. Lick, near side wall, up to Anderson. Rife there now. Brainerd just not able to get this puck out. Jones finally skates it out through the neutral zone. Offside by a step, Bentley Rife. Rife on the face-off just outside the STMA zone, wins it. Moore stepped in, shot from the right wing circle, pad save. STMA flings it to the far wall. Henson at the point, shot on goal. Puck loose behind the net, picked up by STMA. Moores. Friesen dumps it back in from the red line. And Rife in after it in the far corner. STMA sends it around to the near side. Campbell and Friesen there, but STMA able to poke it past. 2-on-1. Henson back. Shot from the right wing circle. Goes wide. Henson. Friesen gets it out to the neutral zone. Henson picks it up and stalled out at the blue line. Rife circles the neutral zone and enters in on the right side. Drop pass to Moores. He loses the puck and STMA tries to head back the other way, but they lose control and Campbell picks up the loose puck. Campbell sends it out to the neutral zone. Nobody there. STMA back in up the middle. Shot on goal. Glove save by Johnson. Up in the Brainerd zone, pops out to the left D. Shot hits traffic. Fearbin pokes it forward. Hansky races forward to the red line, tied up there. And STMA turns and heads back the other way. Angled off by Frericks. Lick picks up the loose puck, sends it up the near wall, bounces over Fearbin's stick and into the neutral zone. Fearbin got some speed. Fearbin breakaway. Dekes around the goalie off the post. He's tripped by the goalie. Fearbin down on the ice. Tripping penalty on the goalie. Goalie not too happy with that. misconduct penalty. I know they're calling that a penalty shot. Penalty shot for Fearbin after a little ref discussion there. Fearbin, penalty shot. And scores in the 5-hole as he deep left. Rife on the center face-off. Over to Hokanson. Hokanson dumps it in deep. Rife and Anderson in after it. Anderson handles him off. Rife picks up the loose puck. Poked off his stick. Picked up by Anderson. Tied up on the near boards. STMA able to poke it out. STMA centering pass. In on the left side. Cut towards the net. Covered up by Johnson for a whistle. Fearbin brings it back to Jones. Jones up off the wall. Back to Fearbin. Fearbin passes it to Moores, but it's going to be an icing on Brainerd. The puck trickled all the way down ice. Fearbin on the face-off, left wing circle, Brainerd zone, back to Jones. Jones sends it behind the net for Lick. It's out of her reach and ends up along the near side wall. Battle ensues. STMA comes away. Her shot's deflected behind the net by Fearbin. Picked up by Jones. Spins back off the defender up to Moores on the right side. Moores skates it out of the zone. Moores looking for Friesen, was leading up front. Friesen offsides, but able to get back out. Back down in the Brainerd zone. Jones spins away. Jones up the middle. Sends it up to Friesen, left wing side. Friesen to Fearbin coming up the middle, but not able to control the puck. And STMA sends it back out. Jones again. Pass intercepted. STMA. Puck at the point. Friesen gets it past him. Friesen and Moores 2-on-1. Over to Moores, right wing side. Moores, his shot blocked and sent back out by STMA. Jones picks up the loose puck at the red line. Backhands it towards Friesen. It's intercepted, and STMA coming up the middle. Shot on goal, saved by Johnson and covered for a whistle. Rife on the face-off, right wing circle, the Brainerd zone. Knocked out by Campbell. Frericks after it. STMA dumps it in deep. Campbell back to retrieve it behind the net. Sends it up to the point. STMA beats past Rife and loses the puck. Rife picks it up. Circles the zone and heads out up the middle. Rife in the neutral zone loses the puck at the red line, and STMA heads back the other way. Henson chasing after him, angling him wide. Centering pass off the side of the post. Henson still with it. Loses the puck to Frericks. Frericks tips it forward, but picked up by STMA in the neutral zone. Rife gets that loose puck. Beats past the defender. Rife still with the puck and runs out of real estate as it's covered by the STMA goalie. To Jones at the point. He steps around the defender. 2-3 on him. It's taken away and deep in the corner. Out to Hokinson. Shot. Gets traffic. Rearvin in the near wall. Sends it down low to Anderson. Anderson tries to pass it to Hokinson, but hits a skate. And STMA grabs the loose puck and heads out of zone. Up in the neutral zone. STMA up the middle now. Angled to the outside by Jones. Centering pass, tied up by Lick. Stolen away from Lick. Anderson picks it up. Anderson off the wall, kept in by STMA. Centering pass, the guy's all alone. Shot covered by Johnson. Not well enough and bounces out. STMA sends it back in deep again. Jones. Wall. He's got Rife cherry picking on the blue line, but not able to get it to him. Penalty coming up on STMA for a cross check. Brainerd on the power play. Rife on the face-off. STMA wins it. Send it behind their net to the far corner. Rife pressuring. Comes out to the point. Campbell keeps it in. Backhands it to Rife. Rife, right wing circle shot on goal. Loose puck. Oh, sorry, that was Friesen with a shot on goal. Rebound to Rife. And Rife scores. Center face-off, STMA wins. Send it down on the far wall. Henson retrieves it in the Brainerd zone. Up to Moores. Moores to Rife. Bounces off his stick to the near side. Picked up by Friesen. Down deep in the STMA zone. Sends it behind the net. Comes out to the point for Henson. Keeps it in. He sends it forward to Moores. Henson's checked down. A delayed penalty on STMA. Friesen dumps it in deep. Let me get a whistle here. Fearbin on the face-off. Fearbin. Puck pops out to the blue line. Jones unable to keep it in. He's dangerous. Frericks back to rescue him. Jones. STMA into the Brainerd zone. Minute 5 left on the power play for Brainerd. STMA out to their point. They dump it in deep. Jones. He's knocked down in the near corner. Fearbin there. To Lick. Lick. And Frericks head down ice. 2-on-2. Lick in on the left side. Burns past the defender, past to Furick. Oh, it was in his feet. He wasn't able to get a shot off. Settled the puck, got a shot, but it went high. Furick, top of the right wing circle, spins, shoots, hits a skate. And STMA sends it up the far wall. Jones fires it down low, but STMA player sends it all the way down ice. It's going to be an icing. "14 seconds left in the power play. Reif wins the faceoff back to Henson. Henson, shot, hits traffic, loose out front. Picked up by STMA. Clears it out. It's the end of the power play for Brainerd. And icing on STMA. Reif wins the faceoff. Back to Campbell. Campbell fumbles. And STMA almost had a breakaway, but Campbell able to back check and get the puck back. Carries it in on the left side, tied up on the wall. STMA able to clear it back out. Henson back to retrieve it. He's taken down for a penalty. Up to Reif. Reif skates it out of the Brainerd zone. He's knocked off the puck at the red line. Campbell back to Reif. Reif gets it in on the left side. Campbell stood up at the blue line. And the puck comes out. It's going to be an offsides on Brainerd as Campbell shot it back in while several Brainerd players are still in zone. .206 left in the second period. Center face-off to Jones. Sends it up along the far wall into the STMA zone. They manage to clear it right back out and head the other way. Poke check by Fierben. And puck comes back out to center ice. STMA sends it in deep. Jones after it in the far corner. Up along the wall. Fierben to Jones. Jones with a little room up the right side, across the blue line, push, tripped, and no penalty, STMA heads the other way. Friesen with the puck near corner of the STMA zone. Friesen behind the net, loses it. Sends it out to the point, kept in by Jones. Jones steps up, shot from the top of the circle, hits traffic, and bounces to the near side. Lick fires it wide in the left wing circle. Moores out to Fierben to Jones. Jones dumps it in deeper. Kept in by Jones. Intercepted by STMA, and they send it down ice. Lick back to defend with a man on her. Spins away. Lick gets to the circle. Poked off her stick. It was puck picked up by Fierben. Now behind the Brainerd net. Fierben up to Moores. Moores over to Friesen. Friesen back to Moores. Moores right side. Steps up. Moores got a good look here. Shot on goal. Fierben backhands it off the side of the net. Puck behind the STMA net now. Moores in the corner with the puck. Centering pass. Pops out to Campbell. Not able to keep it in. Brainerd's going to have to clear back out and reset. Campbell sends it across the O zone. It was intercepted. Campbell going to the box for checking and cross-checking coincidental penalties. in the neutral zone. Hansky, Reif tied up. That's the buzzer, end of second period. Third period now. Puck in the Brainerd zone. Lick with it. Tips it behind the net over to Freericks. Freericks tips it forward to Reif. It's kept in by STMA. Pops out to center zone. Lick backhands it out towards the point. It's kept in again by STMA. Centering pass. Man down there, but knocked down by Lick. She's going to get an interference penalty, I think. No hooking on Lick. About 43 seconds left in the coincidental penalties. And now Lick in the box. Face off Friesen, back to Henson. Henson spins away. Back up to Friesen on the far wall. Friesen out to Moores at the neutral zone. Moores dumps it in deep. Friesen down low out to Moores. Moores to Jones. Jones back to Friesen. Friesen shot from left wing circle. Rebound loose side of the net. And STMA skates it out. Angled off by Moores. Shot close range, saved by Johnson. Not sure what the another penalty coming up here or what. 4-on-4 here for 38 seconds. A roughing penalty on STMA. Henson with the puck in the neutral zone. Heads towards the STMA zone. Drop pass to Friesen. Friesen in the left wing circle. Cuts towards the middle. Loses the puck. It pops out to Campbell. Campbell takes a shot that hits traffic, and STMA heads out of zone. STMA into the Brainerd zone on the right side. They dump it in deep. And Friesen goes back after it. Friesen out to Campbell in the neutral zone. He loses the puck, but able to retrieve it at the red line. Campbell backhands it in deep. Goes off for a line change. Moores with a forecheck. And STMA heads out of their own zone and down ice. Campbell, poke check, just enough to loosen the puck. And Reif heads back the other way. Reif to Friesen. Friesen over to Moores. Moores, right wing circle, centering pass to Friesen. Friesen circles back. Shot from the high slot. Saved by STMA goalie. Poke check by Friesen. Shot off the side of the goalie. And STMA tied up by Reif. The spin off of him and out to the point. Lick keeps it in. Reif. His shot is blocked. Friesen. Lick with a poke check, keeping it in. Lick steps up again. Sends it back in deep. And STMA sends it out to the red line. Jones with it. Jones to Reif. Reif. Back to Friesen. Friesen up the middle. He's knocked off the puck. And ends up in the far corner. Hokinson now in the near corner, tying up the puck. Both teams are at full strength. 10:19 left. Reif out front. Loose puck. Covered by the STMA goalie. Been on the face-off. Henson keeps the puck in. Down to Hokinson. Hokinson centers it. It goes off the skate. Hokinson again, top of the circle. Sends it down deep. Anderson backhands it out to Campbell. Campbell slap shot. Just a little wide. Got some power on that one. Fearbin. STMA. Kicks it down into the Brainerd zone. Henson there. Spins up along the wall, but poked back in by STMA. Campbell down behind the net. Off of the wall over to the far corner. Anderson tying up the STMA player. Goes off the side of the net. Pops out front. Loose. Tipped away and up to Fearbin. Fearbin one-on-one. Heads down ice. Poked off his stick just as he crosses the blue line. Fearbin and Hokinson battling just inside the STMA zone, near wall. And STMA comes away with it. STMA into the Brainerd zone, down low. Fearbin steals it away. He's knocked off the puck. It's going to be a checking penalty on STMA, I think. Cross-checking on... No? Yeah, STMA, cross-checking penalty. No? Sorry, that was Freericks with a cross-checking penalty. Back on the penalty kill for a minute and a half. 8:40 left in the game. Cleared out by... No, that's not Freericks in the box. I don't know who that is. Shot off the side of the net. Rebound. picked up by Frericks. Gets it out across the blue line. STMA sends it back in deep. Jones and Lick after it. Lick in the far corner, sends it up to the wall. Shot from the point, saved by Johnson. Swept away to Jones. Jones circles behind the net and up the middle and out of zone. Jones loses the puck just before it crosses the blue line, regains it, and ends up down deep in the STMA zone. Frericks tries to center it, goes off the skate. A long pass. How that happened. Lick was there, long pass. Missed by the STMA player and somehow bounces off of Johnson and he's just sitting out front, tipped in by that STMA player. It looked like Johnson had control of it. Center face-off. Reif wins it to Moores. Moores falls down. Henson to Reif. Reif up the right side, beats around a player, and then loses the puck. Lose puck out to Moores at the point. Moores over to Friesen, goes behind him off the far wall. Friesen picks it up, turns towards the net, and loses the puck. Reif picks up the loose puck, heads toward the net, up to Friesen, bounces off his stick into the near corner. Moores is there. Moores with the puck. Backhands it to Reif. It's intercepted. And the STMA heads out of their zone. Poke checked by Moores. STMA sends it in deep. Puck in the near corner. Henson tying it up. It pops out to the goalie. Campbell. Up to Friesen on the left side. Friesen over to Moores. Goes behind him. He's able to get control of it and get it across the blue line into the STMA zone. Moores poked away, and STMA heads back. Henson and Campbell are back, 2-on-2. The man trailing. Poke check by Campbell. He's going to get a tripping penalty. Brainerd on the PK again. 6:24 left in the third period. Anderson on the face-off. Jones up to Hokinson. Hokinson with some speed, maybe a breakaway if he can catch the puck. Backhand shot. Oh, it goes wide. Ran out of room there. STMA back the other way. Anderson angles him off the puck. Jones to Lick. Lick back to Jones. Jones up the middle. Dekes around a defender and gets tied up out front. Puck covered by the goalie for a whistle. Hansky on the face-off. STMA wins it, sends it behind their net to the far side. Lick picks it up. STMA intercepts it. and sends it out to the neutral zone. Lick with it, sends it back. Kurix up to Hansky, ends up down low. Henson. Kurix, who sends it down ice. It's going to be an icing on Brainerd. Morris wins the face-off. It's Jones down low. 20 seconds left on the penalty kill. Jones dekes around a player, sends it up the far side to Friesen. He chips it off the wall and into the neutral zone. Friesen still pushing it forward. Poked off his stick and back out to center ice. Morris grabs it. Loses that as he tries to spin away. Henson tying it up in center ice. STMA tries to head back into zones, but stolen away by Jones. Jones to Friesen. Friesen, Jones, Morris. Jones scores. Friesen to Jones, and Jones just stuffs it in. Brainerd. Fairbairn on the face-off. To Lick. Lick tries to send it along the wall. It's tied up by STMA. So then a man in zone has to come out. Fairbairn picks up the puck and sends it over to Moores on the right side. Moores dumps it down deep and Friesen in after it. Fairbairn chasing after it. Jones keeps it in. Seriously, another penalty. Jones, as he spun around, keep that puck in, had to put his arms up as a man was charging on him. I guess he's going to get a penalty for that. Bouncing out front, covered by Johnson. Face off in the Brainerd zone. Moores sends it up along the wall. Shot blocked by Fairbairn. Back to Henson down low. Henson. They had a man there. Shot deflected up over the net. Tipped out to Moores. Moores tied up on the near wall. Not able to get it out across the blue line. Fairbairn there to help him. Shot on goal. Blocked by Johnson. And it bounces out. Fairbairn down ice. Fairbairn taken down as he gets down ice. No penalty. STMA tries to head back the other way. Poke check by Henson in the neutral zone. STMA sends it across ice. And Fairbairn with it in the Brainerd zone. Up to Moores. Moores off the wall into the neutral zone. 3:03 left in the game. STMA heads in on the left side. Dekes around Henson. Shot off the net. Behind the net, Henson tying him up with Reif. What are you doing? Out to the right D, shot, hits traffic, bounces up into the netting. Finally a whistle. Frericks down low, tripped up. Trickles across the slot to the far side. Out to their point. Back down low. Lick. Centering pass. Tied up by Hokanson. And out to the center ice. Hokanson from free room. Hokanson shoots and scores. Brainerd. Right on the center face-off. He wins it over to the near side. Picked up by Jones. Jones circles back. Fumbles the puck at his feet. And Henson grabs it. Sends it up along the near side wall. Out to the neutral zone. Hokanson dumps it in. And STMA there. Loose puck. Hokanson shoots it on goal. Deflected wide. Anderson shoots the rebound. And glove save by STMA. Faced off in the STMA zone. 1-on-1. Jones is back. And the poke check by Jones. He sends it back out. And intentional offsides on the STMA to the center faceoff. On the face-off to Lick. Lick skating through the neutral zone, poked off her stick at the red line. STMA heads in on the left side. Frericks and Pearman defending. Shot on goal, loose out front. Stick battle, Lick comes away with it. Lick up the middle with Moores on her right side, poked off her stick. Moores ties it up down low in the near corner of the STMA zone. STMA comes away with it. Sends it up along the far wall, kept in by Lick. Sends it all the way back down in deep. Pearman down with the forecheck. Putting on the pressure. Moores there to help him. STMA not able to get it out. Poke check by Pearman. Puck's still down low behind the net. Pearman out front to Hokanson, or to Hansky. Hansky shot. Blocked. And puck bounces out across the blue line. STMA into the Brainerd zone. Poked away by Lick as they cross the blue line. They have to reset. They try to enter again on that side, and Lick steals it away again. Pressure! 17 seconds. Lick up to Moores. Kept in by STMA. They send it down deep into the Brainerd zone. Frericks there. He's tying it up down low. 6 seconds. Rife there to help. Out to Moores. End the game. Brainerd wins 7-2.